This is a presentation by Meggie Hinson for the Margaret Sutton exhibit presented by Professor Och's Art History 317 class. This untitled painting by Margaret Sutton is a watercolor work on paper. Its unofficial title is Animals, Fences, and Poles. Like most of Sutton's watercolors, it is believed to have been created around the mid-1940s when she was living in New York City. The painting here showcases a vibrant circus with two performing elephants surrounded by a billowing tent. The circus provided an escape from reality for many people. It provided a place full of bright costumes, exotic animals, sugary food, and fantastical performances. Circuses, such as the Ringling Brothers, were widely popular in the mid to late 20th century when Sutton was in New York. This photo shows a performance of the Ringling Brothers using elephants in New York City during 1935, similar to the elephants found in this painting performing for the crowds. Although Sutton's work appears to be very upfront, she does blend and hide things in the background. Here, I've outlined the ringmaster. You see how large and imposing he is compared to the elephants and crowds. She uses bright oranges and reds to color him, and his head is triangle in shape with most of his body taking up the left side of the painting. This geometric figure is reminiscent of Picasso's work, as they both work to break down and reconstruct the human form. Even the elephants are deconstructed, as their eyes seem to float above their heads. According to the Guggenheim, Picasso had an exhibit at the Museum of Modern Art in New York City in 1939. This was a huge hit and would have attracted quite a large crowd, so it can be assumed that Sutton went and witnessed his works. Picasso was the driving force in the development of the art style known as Cubism. Although most of Sutton's paintings have curved lines for the bodies, the deconstruction of the figures is very reminiscent of Picasso's work here. This painting by him, titled Night Fishing at Antibes in 1939, shows similar distorted figures, and the more you look, the more you see, just like the ringmasters in Sutton's work. Without the two eyes, the ringmaster may have just been a part of the background. Some symbols that appear throughout Sutton's work are the balls, eyes, and use of animals. This ball shape is common throughout Sutton's work, such as another work found in this exhibit, titled The Hen and the Victorious Rooster. Here is a snippet of the painting showcasing the rooster balancing the ball on its beak. This is similar to how she showed the elephant performing and uses the same crossing lines on both balls. Eyes are another characteristic for Sutton, as they appear in many of her works, with or without faces attached to them. In this painting, the eyes seem too large for the figures, and appear to be above their faces, as both eyes can be seen for two of the figures when they are facing to the side. Another work by Sutton that has similar eyes that seem to be facing front instead of profile in this exhibit is The Death of My Sainted Mother. Here, all the figures are shown to have the front-facing eye instead of a profile, just like in Untitled, Animals, Fences, and Poles. The black lines radiating off of the smaller animal give a sense of energy to the piece, as it shows how the movement and sound from the animals radiate off the crowd. Sutton preferred to draw what she felt more than what she saw, so this work is an attempt for her to convey how she felt about being at the circus and the joy it brought to her. She drew the crowd as tiny dots to show the perspective that the viewer was in the stands on the other side of the tent, to show the large scale of the tent. Sutton plays with perspective, though, as the work appears to be distorted and shifted, showing multiple rings and not just one perfectly round tent, as the different animals performing to be odd sizes for where they are located. Although Sutton passed on August 5th of 1990, her works and the circus continue to bring joy to people of all ages.